Respect fades when explanations start. It happens quietly, not during a fight, not during a raised voice. It happens during the calm, the part where reasons are laid out, the part where intentions are clarified, the part that feels responsible. That moment is usually already too late. Modern men were trained to believe that clarity repairs distance, that if tension appears, words can straighten it out. That misunderstanding is the problem, that saying more is the fix, that proving good intent restores balance. It sounds clean, it sounds adult, it sounds correct. It just doesn't work. Explanation is not neutral. It is not read as honesty. It is read as uncertainty. The moment justification enters the room, the frame shifts, the position changes, leadership leaks, not loudly, slowly, like air out of a tire that still looks full. This pattern doesn't show up during chaos, it shows up when nothing is wrong. A normal evening, dishes done, phones down, someone gets quiet, nothing happened. The silence stretches, a reason is offered, no one asked. That's the moment, that exact moment. The explanation is calm, measured, reasonable. It lists effort, it names intention, it explains context, it explains tone, it explains timing, it explains the past, it explains the future. It keeps explaining, and something invisible breaks. Not trust, not safety, respect. Respect does not increase with detail, it decreases with justification. The more complete the reasoning, the smaller the presence. This is not a moral claim, it's a pattern. Men confuse fairness with authority. Fairness asks to be understood. Authority assumes it. The difference matters. It matters more than intention. It matters more than truth. There is a belief planted early. Communication fixes everything. That belief never survives contact. Not because communication is bad, because explanation is not communication. It is defense. Defense signals doubt. Doubt signals weakness. Weakness invites testing. Testing never stops. This isn't about women being cruel, it's about incentives. Biology doesn't negotiate. Attraction responds to certainty. It always has. It always will. Silence has weight. Not performative silence, not sulking. Stillness. The kind that doesn't rush to fill gaps. The kind that doesn't chase comfort. The kind that doesn't correct every misread. There is always a misread moment. A look taken the wrong way. A tone heard incorrectly. A pause assumed to mean something else. That moment never gets corrected. Because correction costs something. It costs position. Explanation trades position for relief. Temporary relief. The room softens. The tension dips. The price comes later. At work, this looks harmless. A meeting runs long. Someone questions a decision. A justification follows. A slide deck grows. Confidence shrinks. The same thing happens at home. Different stakes. Same loss. The habit forms early. Wake up, work, repeat. Come home. Talk it through. Clear the air, sleep, repeat. The respect doesn't vanish in one night, it erodes. There is one boring truth. People don't respect effort. They respect outcome. They respect certainty. They respect boundaries that don't explain themselves. Explanation feels like leadership to the speaker. It feels like taking responsibility. It feels like maturity. It feels like control. It is read as the opposite. The uncomfortable part is this. Women don't lose respect because a man is wrong. They lose respect because he is unsure. Explanation broadcasts that uncertainty. This is where it gets unfair. Being right does not protect respect. Being kind does not protect respect. Being consistent does not protect respect. Certainty does. There is a line that shouldn't be said, but it's real. No one respects a man who needs to be understood. That line lands hard. It angers people. It should. It doesn't stop being true. This isn't about manipulation. It's about posture. A man who explains is asking for agreement. A man who leads doesn't need it. Watch the body language. The eyes drift. The shoulders shift. The phone comes out. Interest drops without comment. Nothing is said. Nothing needs to be said. There is no argument. There is no blow-up. There is no drama. Just a quiet downgrade. The downgrade shows up later. Plans change. Tone cools. Touch disappears. A small distance forms. A mundane loss. Less laughter. Less patience. less desire. The man notices. He explains more. This is the trap. Explanation creates the condition that demands more explanation. Each round makes it worse. Each round feels more justified. Each round costs more respect. There is one paragraph where nothing new happens. The explanation continues, the reasoning continues, the intent stays good, the delivery stays calm, the respect keeps draining. That's it. That's the whole paragraph. Silence, used correctly, isn't passive, it's decisive. It signals self-trust. It signals comfort with tension. It signals that agreement is optional. This is where people misunderstand. Silence is not punishment. It is not withdrawal. It is not strategy. It is refusal to beg. The biology piece comes later, not because it's hidden, because it's inconvenient. Attraction evolved around stability, around direction, around men who didn't need approval to move. Explanation reads as seeking permission. Permission is not attractive. This doesn't change with education. It doesn't change with culture. It doesn't change with progress. It shows up in every era. Different words, same response. There is a socially dangerous claim here. Men who over-explain train women to test them. Not consciously, automatically. Testing isn't malicious. It's diagnostic. It looks for cracks. Explanation is a crack. This is why the calm man who says little often holds the room. Not because he is smarter, not because he is better, because he isn't pleading his case. There is irritation in this realization, a mild one, because it contradicts everything taught, because it punishes good behavior, because it rewards restraint. At home, it shows up during small routines, dinner at the same time, same couch, same show. Someone sighs. A reason appears. The reason wasn't needed. The sigh wasn't the problem. The problem was the response. There is one exhale here, a long one. Because this isn't fixable with insight. Once respect drops, explanations don't raise it. They confirm the drop. They make it permanent. This is the part people resist. They want a technique, a phrasing, a better explanation. None of that works. Certainty can't be argued into existence. It has to be assumed. This is where the narrator steps forward. I've watched this play out too many times. Same arc, different faces, same ending. Men think they're being fair. Women think they're being convinced. No one is satisfied. There is one unnecessary but real line. Some men talk themselves out of attraction every day. The repetition matters. Work, home, repeat. Each cycle shaves a little off, until the man feels smaller in the room he pays for. There is a misread moment that never gets fixed. A joke taken wrong. A pause interpreted badly. The explanation comes. The damage stays. People like to say respect is earned. That's not accurate. Respect is maintained, and it's easier to lose than to build. This isn't advice, it's a warning. The harsh generalization is this. Most women don't want to hear why. They want to see what happens next. That line will be hated. It doesn't soften. There is no growth arc here. No healing. No reconciliation. Just cause and effect. Explanation feels safe. Silence feels risky. The risk is the point. There is one calm stretch right here. Because nothing needs to be said. The absence does the work. Then the narrowing begins. Once explanation becomes habit, authority is gone. Once authority is gone, attraction follows. Once attraction fades, effort increases. Once effort increases, respect collapses. The order never reverses. People pretend it does. They sell exceptions. They sell nuance. They sell communication workshops. The pattern stays. This isn't about being cold. It's about not defending existence. A man who explains his worth doesn't have any. That sentence sits heavy. It should. There is one morally inconvenient line. Love does not override attraction, and attraction does not negotiate. This is why certainty creates calm, not comfort. Calm. A calm that doesn't chase reassurance. The ending isn't loud, it's quiet. A man notices he's talking more. He stops. The room changes. Not for the better, not for the worse, just permanently. Someone had to say it. The last line is simple. Explanation is the sound of respect leaving, and it doesn't come back.